Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What's going on, y'all? This is comedian Ardie Hollingsworth, and I want to welcome you to the inaugural Comedy Cypher. This is our first show on the hottest show on the planet, Hot 702.5 FM. Coming to you in Las Vegas, man. I appreciate y'all coming out. Black 11 Entertainment, Sunstream Productions are the sponsors of this show. I will be your host, comedian Ardie Hollingsworth, and I welcome you to a portion of one of my dreams. I was always told I have a sexy radio voice, so this is me exploring the sexiness of my radio voice and sharing the gifts of comedy, the gifts of culture, the gifts of music with you guys each and every week, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, right here on Hot 702.5 FM at the Comedy Cypher. So thank y'all, and thank you once again for listening, tuning in, calling in, hopefully, and sharing some laughs with us each and every Saturday. Tell y'all a little bit about me, man. I'm a comedian. I've been in comedy for 4 years. Owner of Black 11 Entertainment, part owner of Sunstream Productions. So we have our own comedy production company, as well as a streaming services that is coming to various platforms here relatively quickly. We produce our own shows, and as a Black-owned business owner, I just think it's important that we own what we do. So I started in this game 4 years ago, and I did not want to be a comic kind of spinning his wheels and all over the place with where the direction of the career that I wanted to go in. And I wanted to start my own company, so that's what I did. I produced the hottest shows in Las Vegas, Lake Las Vegas Comedy Cruise, Black Fridays, the ultimate comedy and nightlife experience. We have a show at the Oyo called Bars and Notes. So I'll give you a little bit of Black history. I'm the only Black comedian and producer who owns this production with a show on the Strip and probably the history of Las Vegas. So y'all go ahead and make some noise silently for me. And again, thank y'all for coming out. So you'll hear a lot about Black 11 Entertainment, what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish here in the Las Vegas market. But I do have a person joining me that is part of the Black 11 team, because none of those things that I talked about or mentioned can be done alone. So my wife is always by my side, but this ain't my wife. This is a member of the Black 11 team, comedian Stephanie Larry, who takes pictures, who helps with booking, who helps with marketing, who helps with promotion. So every week I'll bring in a member of the Black 11 team so you guys can get to know them a little bit more personally. Stephanie, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let's find out a little bit about you.
Hey y'all, so as Ardie said, that I actually work as an ambassador for Black 11, taking photos and things of that nature, and it's great. So
it's great is the best thing you can come up with. It's great. You're working for the best.
It's spectacular.
There you go. We need better adjectives.
Production you could work on in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. I want to say in the world.
In the world. On the planet.
On the planet. There you go. We got to elevate ourselves. Well, thank you. Yeah, Stephanie is also a very dynamic comic in her own right. So you'll see her performing in Las Vegas. You'll see her performing out in L.A. I gave her a joke. It involves hot dogs and Hennessy.
That he used, by the way, that I can't use anymore.
Because I use it better than you.
I'm be stealing. No, nobody does it better than me.
Yeah, it was about dating broke chicks, and you go over their house and ain't got shit in the refrigerator but hot dogs and Hennessy.
No, but broke dudes who won't have hot dogs and Hennessy in their freezer.
Yeah, I never dated a broke dude and don't have any plans on doing so.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, never. But thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate all that you do. I always try to shout out the staff and everybody that helps out with Black 11 Entertainment. And again, like, you can't accomplish anything alone, so it takes a dynamic team, and I appreciate you and all of the things that you bring to the table to help us push this thing along.
All right, we appreciate you too.
All right, thank you. All right, appreciate you, man. And then I'm be joined today by a couple of other guests, man. So I have the privilege of working with some very talented people each and every week on our shows and on our productions. So this show is about comedy, it's about music, it's about culture. And a lot of those things always kind of intertwine themselves in our events. So throughout the duration of this show, you'll be bringing in some people that you're going to get to know. And our first comedian guest, Mr. Carlos Anthony is in the building. We'll also be hearing from Kiss Kiss. We'll also be hearing from a dynamic individual named Callie. So you'll be hearing from those folks on today's show. Again, we're going to have comedy, we're going to have music, we're going to explore culture, we're going to have dynamic conversations, fun and funny guests, and that's what you can expect every single week at the Comedy Cypher. So right now, we're going to get into a little bit of music, man, because I know y'all hear the soulful sounds of my voice out there, but we're going to play a little track by my man, Jerron Jackson, called Summertime. And one of my best friends, one of my fraternity brothers, man. So we're going to debut and break new artists here on the show each and every week. So if you're an artist out there, you have independent music, you're trying to get exposure, you want people to follow you, go ahead and hit us up at black11entertainment@gmail.com. We would definitely make sure that we get you up and on the show. If you got great music, hip-hop, R&B, we welcome all genres of music, but I'm a hip-hop and R&B fan, so those are going to go to the top of my list in terms of bringing people out and bringing people up on the show. So let me know what y'all think about this Summertime beat. As we queue up comedian Carlos Anthony to tell us a little bit about his comedic journey as our first comedy interview on the Comedy Cypher. Mr. Carlos Anthony, you with us?
I'm here. I'm in the building.
Thank you, my friend, for coming out, man. So let me tell you a little bit about this guy before we get into our interview portion with Carlos. So about 4 years ago, I began my comedy journey. I was producing a show called Classics in Comedy. So I put out some feelers like, oh, who are the best comics in Las Vegas? Who should I connect with? I wanted people funny, wanted people engaging. And Carlos was recommended to me. So I reached out to him, booked him on a show called Classics in Comedy. So the show was, for lack of a better term, lightly attended. We had about... It was a huge production. We spent a whole hell of a lot of money. We had 7 people show up for Classics in Comedy. And I want to say it was probably because I put these fools on the flyer. That's right.
You're like, who is this?
7 people showed up for Classics in Comedy, and the 2 comics that went up before Carlos, bomb. I mean, man, it was like watching paint dry. Yeah. So this brother got up, and he did what I love that comics can do, and that's command a room. And that's command a room with his material, with his energy, with his insights, and make people laugh. Comedy, what I tell people all the time, is about making people laugh on that stage. You got that microphone in your hand, you got a job to do. So this brother's excellent at that job, so we want to go ahead and I'll make some noise for comedian Carlos Anthony in the building.
Man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, man. So tell the people a little bit about your comedy journey and how you wound up doing comedy here in Las Vegas.
Man, my comedy journey started many years ago as a open micer. I got tested at an open mic to get on stage. They was like, hey man, if you think you can do better than other people, go ahead and get on stage. This was in Memphis, Tennessee, at a hot wing spot of all places.
Ooh, there's chicken wings at
you. It was. And I wound up winning that, man, and just kind of kept this journey going. But I didn't really. I tell people all the time right now, I didn't really take this journey seriously until the pandemic. Like I was a comic, but I was one that was just happy to say I was a comic. So what was the triggering point during the pandemic?
Just
life, man. Everything was happening during that time. People, was falling off, and things just kind of came to perspective. Like, man, you got to take this seriously. It's either now or never. So that's my motto on my phone. I have it on there every day. It's now or never. So what you gonna do?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
then we just decided to go full stream right now with it.
Good. You speaking of full stream, man. I'm always inspired by you. You'll see how I make moves here in Las Vegas, man. In terms of the comedy scene and the opportunities that are available to you as a comic with just the implementation of hard work and hustle behind you, whatever goals and plans that you have for yourself. And you're one of those people that I see moving rapidly fast. You said the pandemic coming out of that was a triggering point or a jumping off point, but you got a lot of interesting projects going on in town. You just shot, and I was there to witness your comedy special with Laugh After Dark. So tell us about that.
Yeah, Laugh After Dark approached me and asked me that I want to go ahead and tape a special. It was interesting timing as well because I had thought about doing it myself. But Laugh After Dark is a dope producing comedy special production. Rob and Kelsey, they do an excellent production. It looks like Netflix specials. And so we were able to put that together. It's called Part-Time Famous. It comes out August the 25th. It's when it drops on Amazon Prime. The iTunes drops on August the 11th. So things are really moving, man. Things are really kind of progressing.
I always tell you, man, God bless your movement, man, because it's hard. I always tell people, I got into comedy 4 years ago. In comedy, I've been a corporate executive for 25 years. So I've had some very tough roads to get some very good jobs. And this comedy journey is the toughest road to get to where you want to be.
Most definitely.
With comedy being subjective, your style of comedy maybe not resonating with every single audience, and then just so many people in the game, and lack of opportunities, particularly for African American comics
100%.
in major cities. So talk to us a little bit about your grind and kind of how to navigate through that space.
I think the biggest thing, any advice I would have to give somebody is just stay consistent. I think that's stay consistent, be professional, be likable. I mean, this is a job where you have to be likable. I mean, you can't go up there and be, off-putting. I had to pace my words right there, but yeah, you can't be off-putting. But you be likable, be professional, be timely.
Yes.
Handle the business that they're asking you to do, and just be consistent. I realized again during the pandemic that, man, a lot of people say they comics, but then you don't get up but once every other month or every other 3 months.
Yeah.
This is something you have to do almost 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week.
It's rhythm and timing. Yeah.
Most definitely to kind of perfect your craft, and I'm not even remotely close to where I want to be. So I'm just trying to be very steadfast on what my goals are and just stay hustling.
Yeah, and you got a new popping off soon. Tell us about the new show.
Yeah, it's called Pass the Mic. It's at the Pass Casino, which is in Henderson. It will be a free show as long as you get a Players Club card, which you sign up for at the casino. We're going to start the show at 8 o'clock promptly. This is not...
black shows
I got to say
start on time.
8 o'clock promptly, so get there early. Sign up to get your Players Club card around 7:30, and hopefully going to pack this thing out, but it's going to be a major... We're trying to make this a major thing for Henderson. There's nothing around it at all. So I'm going in the city of Henderson to try to take over.
Much success to you, my man. I know it's going to be a success because you're like I said, one of the more hardworking comics in the game here in Las Vegas. You put the time in, you put the work in, you connect with the right people, and that's all you got to do. Wake up, put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to lead your own path. You out here. Yeah. So let's get into some off the cuff thing. Who's your comedic inspiration? Who inspires you comedically?
Chappelle.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I've been a fan of his for decades. It feels like decades. I don't know how long he's been doing it for a while, but just his ability to talk about anything and everything and make it funny, and then not be scared of the silence.
Right.
Because he has some periods in time where he's doing those longer sets where it's just quiet, but then there's something at the end, and people just stick with him. So he's one of those ones that I'm just kind of I've always watched.
Yeah.
I've always admired for his ability to do that.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned something that always, this word strikes in my mind with regard to comedy. You have to be fearless. Be fearless on stage. Like, comedy, I think, is the most intelligent art form that we have in communication in society. You can get across a point, a very serious point, comedically, and if you do it with a well-written, well-timed joke, you can do it in a way where people stand up and listen.
Most definitely.
So I think that's why it plays into a little bit of the cancel culture that comes along with being a comedian, because you're going to say things that are, as we were talking about earlier, off-putting to some people who may disagree with you. But you still have to be fearless. You have to speak the truth into that microphone and give these people your perspective.
Most definitely. And that was, again, I'm speaking my personal truth. That fear used to drive me.
Like, shit, man, if I say that, they won't like me.
Exactly. And then if this became a period, like, you just like, man, listen, I'm going to be me. I'm going to give the people what I feel is genuinely, authentically me.
Right.
And then we'll see where the chips fall. So
here's a crazy thing, too, a perspective on that. You remember that commercial where you say, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your seatbelt. You remember that?
Yeah.
So when I think about that, and I think about a person who was fearless, Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
There's very few redeeming qualities I think about him, but that man recognized and realized, if I can get 50% of the people to like me, I can win.
Ain't that crazy?
I don't need the rest of y'all.
Ain't that crazy?
And I think there's some central themes with comedy that you have to find your tribe and find your audience that resonates with your voice, your perspective, and your comedic talents, man. You don't go around here, tripping and flipping trying to be the person that you want. you think everybody wants you to be.
And that's where a lot of people gonna mess up, is that they're trying to appease everybody,
or they're trying to copycat success.
And it's not gonna happen.
It's
not gonna happen.
Like, there's probably a dude in the 80s with Hammer pants on.
Right. I probably was that dude.
Just because Hammer was getting $30 million.
Right.
So favorite joke, man. What's your favorite joke?
Of mine or
period. Or yours. Well, let's do both. Of yours and in general, period.
Oh, damn.
I'm put you on the spot.
Yeah, that was one. I like jokes in general. I don't have a favorite one from Chappelle, I guess.
There you go. You didn't went and plug the hell out of this show for them to come up and see you tell jokes in general.
No, because I want them to come to the show, get the special. It's a whole different experience. Because you just hit me with the, hey man, tell me a joke.
Listen, that's the worst part about being a comedian.
Don't do that. People don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I just say a favorite joke. I just say tell me a joke. Favorite joke.
My personal favorite joke for me is anytime I talk about my kids, because that's just real life stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, man, and they laugh at it too. So which is funny.
You right.
Because they laugh at the stuff I talk about them about. But then now I've noticed, and they start to give me jokes to tell about myself.
Okay.
So we about to work into something new now.
Yeah, my kids ain't shit that way either. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I got 2 babies. They're cute, but they be roasting me every single day.
They tell the truth. They will tell the truth.
Man.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up with this, man. You talked about past, present, future goals.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself comedically? Let's say at the point in your journey where you'll be like, I'm satisfied with the results of my grind.
When I hit T-Mobile Arena.
Okay.
And I mean, just because I'm here, that's something I drive past all the time.
Yep.
Since they built, and I said that before they built Allegiant Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stick with T-Mobile, man. If I can get into that joint, as the guy, oh yeah, man. I feel like I'll be all right.
That's what it is. And I passed by Allegiant Stadium. It's funny you mentioned that. I think I posted something about this before. Every time I pass by there, I just get like this divine feeling or inspiration that Black 11 Entertainment will produce. I have an idea of a show that I want to produce there in Allegiant Stadium. Here's what I want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and share with y'all. I want to be the first producer to unite Outkast.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Boy and Andre are going to headline Allegiant Stadium. I'm a huge Outkast fan. I want to bring them back together. And here's the other thing I want to do. I want to get not only Outkast, but I want to get Jay-Z and Damon Dash back together with Damon Dash, do that stupid dance.
Okay.
Rock the mic. So those are my goals, man.
I think you got a better chance with Outkast. I don't know about that Damon Dash and Jay-Z. I don't know about that one.
If the money's right, I think everybody goes show up.
Oh, well, now, money talks.
Anybody got $2 billion out there to get Jay-Z and Damon Dash together, y'all holler at me. Black 11 Entertainment gmail.com.
There it is. He put it out there.
Yeah, man. So I want to thank you for coming out, man. We got more show, more guests, man. I appreciate you stopping through. Comedian Carlos Anthony, before you leave, where can they find you?
At Comedian Carlos on Instagram is the easiest way to find me. PartTimeFamous.com is the website where you can get everything. So there we go.
My man, thank you for coming out, man. Much success on your grind, and we're going to continue to work, man.
Likewise. See y'all soon.
My man. We got more show, man, coming up for y'all on the Comedy Cypher, man. We got a dope artist. Like I said, I like working with some of the best people in Las Vegas, best people in the community here to rock with. So our next guest, beautiful, talented, and she did something or accomplished something at a show recently that very few even established artists get. And she came in, she killed the show, rocked the show so hard that they asked this young lady to come back for an encore because they wanted more. So I want you guys to give a warm welcome out there in Radio Land to the good homie Kiss Kiss. We're going to play while she gets set up. We're going to play a little bit of her songs. Let's get into Pull Up. See what this is sounding like. This is a debut for me.
I'm a whole vibe. Pull up on me. I'm about to go live. Pull up on me. Especially if you might die. Pull up on me. Hey, so what y'all doing? Where y'all at? You should hurry up. It's about to be packed. Got my whole vibe. Pull up on me. I'm about to go live. Yeah. Especially especially if you're my type. So what y'all doing? Where y'all at? You should hurry up, it's about to be packed. Come my way, all day, any day, before last call. Come my way, bring your faves, come one, come all. Bring your soul tight, we can kick it all night. The official invite, yeah, you should. You got it, you got it all. And I've been waiting for you to fall through. A good time, yeah, that's all you need. She up in here, he up in here, we up in here. Feel fine, not a care in the air. You're feeling yourself to say yeah. I'm feeling myself and oh yeah. See, I know, I'm not a model, but I can be the girl of your dreams. The harder I go, I'm a whole vibe. I'm about to go live, oh. Especially if you're my type, yeah, my type. So what y'all doing? Where y'all at? You should hurry up, it's about to get packed. It's a whole vibe. I'm about to go live. Especially if you're my type, you're my type. So what y'all doing? Where y'all at? You should hurry up, it's about to be packed. Come my way, all day, any day, before last call. Come my way, bring your faves, come one, come all. Bring your soul tight, we can kick it all night. The official invite, yeah, you should pull up on me, yeah, you should pull up. Hold on, baby, what's up now? He pressing me, wanna see my pillows. He says he loves the way I switch up. He said my flow can snatch his chick up. They wanna bike around, I'm moving through the crowd, is moving up and down like hiccups. We up in here, he up in here, she up in here. We feel fine, not a care in the air. You're feeling yourself to say yeah. I'm feeling myself and oh yeah. I know, I'm not a model, but I can be the girl of your dreams. The harder I go, I'm a whole vibe. I'm about to go live, especially if you're my type, my type. So what y'all doing? Where y'all at? You should hurry up, it's about to be packed. It's a whole vibe. I'm about to go live, yeah. Especially if you're my type, my type. What y'all doing? Where y'all at? Yeah.
That was the homie Kiss Kiss with Pull Up. Ah, man. Welcome to the show, Kiss Kiss. How you doing? Good. So tell us about that song we just heard, the Pull Up song. When did you record that?
I recorded that during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, you just had time on your hands.
Yeah.
You was like, she up in there, we up in there. When nobody really up.
When nobody in there during the pandemic,
you was out here wishful thinking, man. Like I was giving you, as they say, your flowers a little bit as we were introducing you before we played your song, man. You were one of my favorite performers to see, to book, and to have as part of the Black 11 experiences. I remember our first show was Black Fridays, which was January when I shot my comedy special. So you came through, you and your band, and what I wanted to do with Black Fridays is just create a vibe. You know, I knew the comedy and the funny was going to be delivered, but I wanted to create a vibe, so I was so nervous about the top of the show because comedy is all about energy. So when I was booking a band for the show, I wanted people to come and give that old school R&B, hip hop vibe, get people in the mood to dance and to laugh, and you guys did an exceptional job on that show. So we worked together. We worked together often since then, man. So tell us, let's get into a little bit about who you are as an artist, how long you've been singing and performing.
Okay. I have been performing for a very long time, since 14.
We won't ask you your age, but a very long time.
We won't. It's been a long. I'm pretty seasoned for
She's
sure.
She's 24. She got 10 years in the game.
I'm pretty seasoned for sure. Let's see. What do I want people to know? So Kiss Kiss is for keep your soul sweet, keep your savage side.
I didn't even know that was an acronym. I thought you was like Kiss Kiss because it was cute. Keep your soul sweet. All right, how did that come to you?
So if you think I'm nice, say it twice.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, guess again.
Okay. Oh, you got a savage side.
Well, yeah, it's the R&B. It's the whole R&B and hip hop thing I do.
Got you.
So you got to channel a little savagery in order to spit bars and
Damn.
And hip hop is
that's why we get along.
Hip hop is my first love, so you got to keep that. So I'm like, okay, let me get me a little sweet side to present this R&B with, but my heart is hip-hop.
Still hip hop. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Where were you born? Born and raised?
Oh no, I was born in Oklahoma.
Okay. She gave y'all the whole. I thought she was gonna say Compton the way she was teeing it up.
No, I was born in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Lawton, Oklahoma.
Fort Sill. I'm a military kid.
Okay, gotcha. You
But
probably
Georgia
grew up
is
on
my
country
home.
and western.
Georgia's my home, though.
No, what you said definitely resonates with me. I think everybody has duality to their personality. I happen to be a Gemini by birth, and that's where mine is like super strong. I shot a comedy special called Gemini Man because it talks about that. Both sides. I tell people the same thing about me, man. Like I'm a cross between Barack Obama and Nino Brown. You know, I want to be peaceful. But I hold the baby up at the shootout. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I will drive by on the motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you are a dynamic singer and performer. Where do your performance and singing inspirations come from?
I love me some T-Pain.
Okay.
I love me some Missy Elliott.
Okay.
I like performers. I just like watching.
I don't think T-Pain is that much of a performer. I think, he has dope music.
His artistry, though, you got to
Okay.
think about it. He spit bars, he sing, he arranges music, he produce. He's dope.
He does.
And when he comes through with the video, you're going to see some jumping around. And, I love T-Pain.
Okay.
Missy's the same. I feel like T-Pain is a little bit Missy-esque to me.
Yeah. I can see why both of those artists resonate with you. They're both different.
Yeah.
They both came with a new sound,
Yeah.
and they both were inspirational when they were both times when they were dominating the culture. I don't think they're done, but yeah, when they were dominating the culture and had all the top songs on the radio, they were definitely noticeable. Yeah. So you're modeling yourself after those guys, or just drawing inspiration?
Not at all. I just get inspiration. It's for a lane. When I used to go to record labels, they always say, you got to pick one. You can't do both, And so to watch Missy, T-Pain, Drake, Nicki create that lane, I'm like, yeah.
It was inspirational.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can do both. Yeah,
definitely.
And it's not up to, three guys in a room deciding that.
Yeah.
It's up to your fans and your audience and how your performance, kind of connects with those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I've been really thinking over like the digression of culture. It's
Super
particularly
digression,
African American culture and the digression of culture. And one of the biggest songs on the radio, I was writing jokes about this, the girl with the Pound Town song. My thing is pink, my other thing is brown. Like, do you know 25 white guys in the room had to sign off on that? And they were like, this is acceptable to teaching your kids.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Gladly.
But, more inspirational or positive messaging or positive music that can be impactful in a good way to the culture, or a person who's showing, like to your point is where I was going with this, a person who's showing duality, who's showing versatility, who's trying to bring a new sound to the culture is sometimes frowned upon.
Yeah.
Why do you think, or give me some insights on why do you think that's happening, particularly in music?
I don't think staying woke, being aware of your surroundings and the world you live in is something that the industry, the people that control the industry really want. They don't want anything that caters to the introvert in people. It's always the extrovert.
Right.
I want to be that one when you listening to something in your car. What are you listening to? Not the club, but like when you're listening to something or someone in a car, I want to be that person.
Comes with a feeling.
Yeah, a feeling. And that's why Drake was so dope.
Yeah.
Because he's such
You talked about Drake in the past tense. He's going to be offended.
Well, because he's doing different stuff in his music now, but literally I always would say if Drake was a period, like Drake is like a walking menstrual cycle. Like everything that you feel, he's just saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he don't care about what we think. When you express extroverted or introverted things and you say things, people are like, oh my God, what's wrong? Hello?
Right.
This is happening. But when in music, if you mention that it's happening in music, it goes so far under. You know what I mean? And the extroverted things and the other things are at the top.
Yeah. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, kind of a central theme with comedian Carlos. And the same things can be seen in comedy. People try to chase what they think is hot or what the topics, or jump on the hot topic of the day and what they think is the thing that people want to hear or the thing that people want to talk about or find funny. But that unique perspective always makes the people in the room that are there to be entertained and they're to grasp onto something new, something fresh, or a different perspective, their ears will perk up a little bit better. Yeah. For sure. So let's get into the performance side, because that's one of the things. I mean, obviously you have an exceptional voice. We're going to hear some more music. We're going to get into another song. We got a couple more to play. But on the performance side, who are you? Who you take performance cues from, and how do you model your stage show?
Myself.
Okay.
Myself. A lot of my truest, most genuine energy is on stage.
Okay.
Honestly, the way I present myself is how I really am.
Okay.
I just find witty ways to get all of the energy off from my day into a performance. So it's like therapy for me.
Yeah, and it always comes across, and it definitely in the shows that I've had you on, always comes across as a treat for the audience. Like I mentioned, something happened live. You know, I've been to a lot of concerts, a lot of shows, a lot of performances, and it was the first time it's happened for one of the artists on my show that the crowd actually asked for an encore. And and that threw me off. I was like, I thought we were wrapping up the show. They were like, no, we want more. Kiss, kiss. And you came back and, gave them some more. So how did that make you feel in that moment?
I was, pretty shocked. Pretty shocked.
Yeah, you were killing it.
It was fun. It was fun. I do believe it was the energy, just period, of the show and how it was set, and just it was like perfect timing. So,
well, thank you. We do produce the best shows in Las Vegas. Black
I definitely enjoy being a part of the team.
Okay.
And that encore was amazing.
Appreciate you. Yeah, you can find Kiss Kiss performing at all of our shows. Our show Bars and Notes on Sunday night, live from the Oyo. We do comedy, hip hop, DJ battle. We have dances. We have dynamic after parties starting this week. The after party for that show will be at Marquee, Drenched After Dark. So we have the absolute best shows in Vegas. My goal as a producer, as a comedian, is to brighten your day through comedy and through entertainment. So when we put something together, painstaking approach to get the best artists we can find, get the best comics we can find, get the best venues we can find, and create the best vibe we can create for you guys to come out. And we try to do that all at an affordable price. So I told you all of that. You're probably wondering what it costs. $20. $20. Kiss. And that's the show and the after party. And guess what? If you're a drinker out there, you can add an all-you-can-drink package at Vegas Stand Up and Rock for an additional $25. So we're going to get into some more music. And again, you'll hear me invite you out to the show again tomorrow night, Bars and Notes, where you can see the dynamic Kiss who closes out our show. So tell them to pull up. So what's the next song we should play, Kiss? What's the next song we should get these folks?
The next song, the one with all the cussing in it.
Oh, which one is that?
No, I'm playing. Let's do Out of the Picture.
Out of the Picture. All right, we got that. Out of the Picture, y'all, from Kiss. Let's see if y'all rocking with it.
Somebody that cares for me. I'm out of the picture, 'cause you couldn't see the vision and made all the wrong decisions with my love. I'm out of the picture, 'cause you couldn't see. So I'm saying bye-bye as I fly high and away to somebody that cares for me. I know I was good to you. I know that I gave my all, maybe I did more than I was supposed to do, 'cause it was you, yeah. I look past your attitude. See, I can't be mad at you because you wanted more, and I was kind of for it, but you want all of the pics of me that you wanted, though. You disturbed my peach trying to pry and rush the flow. Sounding so crazy, you just couldn't be patient, no. I told you all my whys in my house that pushed me down, making my way up to you, thought it could help, but I can't keep talking, baby. struggle with, don't wanna be trouble with. You doing the opposite, I'ma get far, far away from you. You drain the life from me and I ain't about to play with you. Sometimes I see my life flash, messing with sensitive ass men. I'm already emotional, I need no twin. I got damage on top of damage, I mean damn it, we about to make a damage sandwich. Yeah, bitch. Tell me that you want it though. You must have my beach shining bright and rush the flow. Sounded so crazy, hella toxic and basic. Whoa. I told you all my whites and my L's that push me down, making my way up to you thought it could help, but I thought you could change it, but I don't want my time wasted. No, out of the picture, baby. You couldn't see it, baby. You couldn't see it. The fire of my love. Bye bye. Out of the picture. Bye. So I'm saying bye bye as I fly high and away to somebody that cares for me. Bye bye as I fly high and away to somebody that cares for me. Well, it ain't just about my eyes and my thighs and my life's an addition, not dependency. I need to be free. I need a special kind of love for me. Oh.
Yo, that was Kiss with Out of the Picture. You had a couple lines in there I was really feeling in that song. That bye 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 bye. I'm about to piece people out like that. That's a hell of a way to go. Bye 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 bye. So tell us about that song. What's the song about?
So that song is a relationship where somebody was just like rushing and trying to go too fast and disturbing my peace in the process of trying to win me over, you know, and just hella toxic and basic communication.
Yeah. You did say he was toxic and basic.
Yeah.
That's a double negative, fellas. You toxic and basic.
Yeah.
And you said out of the picture because they couldn't see the vision.
Yeah, couldn't see the vision.
Yeah, that's an excellent relationship point. Just getting into relationships. I talk about relationships a lot in my comedy, man, because I think relationships are fascinating. Both, intimate relationships, friendships, everything. How people connect and come together, and and how those bonds are formed. So, relationship song. This song was inspired by a true event. I'm feeling in your life.
Not really a true event.
Okay.
Not really a true event.
I thought you were drawing on something very deep and personal. It's
something, there was an energy there, but it wasn't specifically
about anybody or anything. All right, so you just wrote a song about things that people go through that you thought the ladies would feel. And I think it's a universal thing. Definitely a person that can't see the vision, or it could be in, like I said, intimate relationship or even in business relationships. That I'm seeing that a lot, with building this company. You try to work with people, try to find good energy people, folks who are focused on their craft and their grind and their development just as much as you are. But sometimes they just do not or cannot see the vision.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you run into that situation on the business side?
No.
No? Everybody rocking with you?
Yeah.
They see the vision?
Yeah.
Kiss. Yeah, we definitely see the vision, man. So where can they find you aside from Bars and Notes?
Aside from Bars and Notes, just Instagram,
IG.
I let everybody know where I'm at.
Okay.
You know the line, baby. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. I be up on IG. XO.KK Mala. You should follow me. Bad little mama here in Vegas from Columbus, G. That's my thing. So
she got bars.
You get on Instagram and you could just totally stalk me. I don't mind, and you'll find out exactly.
Hey, be careful
where
what you said. 4 million listeners. You're gonna get some old creepy dude in his drawers like Kiss my favorite.
Oh yeah, that's happened before. Though.
I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah,
I can handle that.
You can handle that. You hit the block button on them. Hit the Matumbo
blockage.
Yeah. So thank you for coming out again. Tomorrow night you can catch Kiss closing out Bars and Notes live from the Oyo. Show starts at 9 o'clock.
Yay.
Comedy, hip hop, R&B, DJs, dancing, and the live is after party at Drenched After Dark, which is included in your ticket purchase. But you can come over. Are you going to the after party tomorrow? You got your bikini dusted off?
Hell no.
We trying to sell tickets, girl. You're supposed to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be there, signing autographs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah.
Ask me the question again.
Are you coming to the after party at Drenched After Dark tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
You gonna pull up?
I'm up in that thing.
All right, Kiss gonna be up in that thing. Now she gotta come. But we'll be there with about 3,000 of your favorite friends at the Livest after party and the Livest show in Las Vegas. Bars and Notes. I know it's a school night, but so what?
Yeah, it is a school night.
You know, forget them kids. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through, homie. Kiss,
Thank
kiss,
you
y'all.
For having me, Ardie.
Yes. All right, we got more show, y'all. More show, more guests. Having a great time here on the Comedy Cypher. Want to thank Carlos Anthony, comedian Carlos Anthony, and Kiss for coming through. We got more show. We got one of our favorite segments that we're going to do on this show called Interesting Motherfucker. All right, interesting motherfucker. So this show is about comedy, culture, and music, y'all. And that's what we'll bring to you in the 3 o'clock hour Pacific Standard Time every single week here on the Comedy Cypher. So we talked about comedy, we talked about music, we'll talk about culture a little bit, interweaved in all of those conversations. But I have a segment on this show. And also, I forgot to mention, listen, y'all don't fault me. This is my first day on the job. So don't act like you was a professional on your first day on the job either, or you had it all together. I forgot to give y'all the number that you can call in. It's scrolling on your screen, but 702-555-5261. You can also follow us at Hot 7025 FM. You can follow Black 11 Entertainment on all social. You can follow me, Ardie Got Jokes, on all social. And this next guest coming into the studio is our interesting MFer of the week. All right, I'm going to try to limit my cursing on this show as much as I can because I do enough of that on stage. But I know my kids will be tuning in watching this show, so they're going to have a lecture for me when Daddy gets home. But I have this segment, and I wanted to do a podcast called Interesting Motherfucker. And this is what the whole theme and the purpose behind the podcast is going to be, and I added it as a segment on this show. I think there are very interesting people who do extraordinary things in our life, in our society, especially here in Las Vegas, that have the opportunity to interact, mix and mingle, and get to know like tons of people every week. It's the best part of my job, entertaining hundreds of people every week at our shows. And I get to meet people just through the course of business and just strolling around town. And this next young lady we're going to bring out is a model. She has some other businesses. I'm big on entrepreneurship. So if you're an entrepreneur, you want to be profiled on the show, reach out, hit me up. I love highlighting entrepreneurs and interesting people. Shout out to our homegirl, also E. Carice, the owner of Hot 7025, entrepreneur, black girl magic, just a super dope person to work with. So I get great energy from working with great people and interacting with great people. As she gets set up here in the studio, she's putting her superstar shit. I don't know what is it about the glasses. Everybody rocking glasses today. I got mine on because I got old man eyes.
I saw you had yours on. I was like,
oh, okay, all right. She saw I had mine on, and she decided to throw hers on. So she got the glasses on. I want y'all to welcome Callie to the show. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well. So tell us, you are interesting motherfucker of the week, all right? And I invited you on the show, and I told you about this segment of interesting motherfucker because what I always like to find through the course of random conversation with people, you meet people and it's like that surface level stuff. Hey, how you doing? What do you do and whatnot? And then as you start peeling back the layers and getting to know people more, they have these dynamic personalities, jobs, and the things that they do as other extensions of the things that they're interested in. So tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and some of the things you got your hands in.
Definitely. So I'm originally from the Bay Area. I'm from Oakland.
Okay.
I've been here for about 6 years. Love it. What I do is I'm a model. I'm also a producer and entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm. So model, where do you model?
So I model for myself. I am signed non-exclusively to an agency.
Okay.
However, most of my bookings just come from word of mouth.
Gotcha.
People that already know me.
You selling feet pics?
Oh, definitely not. I'm not on OnlyFans.
Okay, good.
No.
You're not an OnlyFans model, not just an Instagram model. You actually model.
Exactly.
You put clothes on and take pictures, and they wind up in magazines and places somewhere.
Exactly.
So tell us, what's your favorite modeling gig that you've had so far?
Ooh, it would have to be in between runway.
Okay.
I walked in LA Fashion Week a few years back.
All right.
My first thing was with Dutch Masters. That was probably the dopest thing I did. They flew me to New York. I went to SOBs. It was for Casanova's release party when he first came out as an artist.
Okay.
So that was pretty dope.
Shout out SOBs, man. I took my homeboy there. It's in New York, man. It's just such, you can feel the vibe of old school culture and hip hop in that place. I think we saw Smith & Wesson there and it was packed. It was like a super dope show. So I love that place.
And after every show, they kick everybody out and let new people in. That's how packed it is.
Right. Yeah. It's a super dope place. That's why, one thing about Vegas, you say you've been here 6 years. I'm from Detroit originally, and I want to create that culture, that vibe. I don't think Vegas quite has that. And there's some logistical reasons why that nobody's really from here, very transient town. But to create that culture, that vibe, that East Coast culture and vibe with hip hop and R&B and just black events is one of the things that I always try to strive for. So you mentioned entrepreneurship as well. Tell us about some of your entrepreneurial endeavors.
Most definitely. So currently I'm shooting a docu-reality series following me as I come out with my first cannabis strain.
Cannabis strain. You like to smoke the wacky tobacco.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
so
it's not whack.
I said wacky tobacco. So tell us about your cannabis strain and how you got into that line of business.
Definitely. So I used to train people at a dispensary. That's where I found my love for cannabis, about the plant.
You was the plug.
Yes and no. I more so was there to learn. I was there to learn, and now I'm trying to use that knowledge to get into the industry.
Okay. So what's your plans for the growth of your company, the cannabis company?
Most definitely. So a lot of companies are going towards being lifestyle brands. However, you can't build a realistic lifestyle brand with celebrities. So I'm building a realistic lifestyle brand. Okay.
And as a non-celebrity, then you grow into a celebrity and people because obviously the business, you want it to be successful. What are you going to do then?
Well, I'm shooting a docu-reality series. It's kind of a how to follow your dreams and be successful.
I love that. Yeah, each one teach one. Okay, so tell us about the docu-reality series. When should we be expecting to see it, and where can we see it?
So at the moment, I do have some teasers, some trailers out. However, I'm going to have some episodes dropping very soon. I can't really say where just yet because it's still in talks, but yes.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get it out of you.
Coming soon.
All right, coming soon, y'all. Everything's coming soon. I like it. I like when people have a goal, have a purpose, have a plan, and they wake up every day striving to achieve it. So on that note, where else can we find you around town, and how can folks connect with you?
Most definitely. So I definitely go
You say most definitely before you're about to answer every question.
Most definitely, because
you
can find me at Oyo. You can find me at Oyo all the time because I go to all of your events. You know that.
Thank you.
Of course. But you can find me on Instagram at CaliGirl_Kush.
CaliGirl_Kush, y'all. Thank you for joining us here in studio, Cali Girl Kush. We wish you much success on everything that you have going on, all of your endeavors, your modeling career. Cali Girl Kush, we're working together on a separate project. I forgot to mention this, where she is building a model promo team for Black 11 Entertainment. So we're looking forward to that. She sent me some profiles and some pictures of ladies that's going to be on a promo team for Black 11. They're all beautiful, all dynamic, social media personalities. So I'm looking forward to you pulling that together for us. And as we grow our brand and connect with other brands and other entrepreneurs and people to grow, because that's what it's all about. Recycling business and opportunities within our community. You tap into people who can help you, and then, you ultimately find ways to help each other.
And you bring one with you.
There you go. My girl. Shout out to Cali, y'all. We got more show, man. The Comedy Cypher. This is our first show. How y'all think we doing out there? Y'all can give us a call. You can go ahead and call in. You can call in at 702-555-5261. If you're listening out there, we appreciate everybody that's jumping on live as we're streaming the show. And listen, first show out the books, man. I'm feeling real good about the way we did things today on the Comedy Cypher. So I talked about comedy, music, a little bit about culture. I want to dive into a topic as we wrap up the show in our last few minutes of the show about the digression of culture. Because we talked about this a little bit with Kiss Kiss, a little bit touched on this topic with Carlos, but that was one of the things I wanted to do, was explore my thoughts on the digression of culture. And they start basically here. I think we've confused ignorance with culture. We've taken culture, the rich traditions, the history that we have, particularly as Black people, and what's happening right now. And I touch on certain things, and I talked about the one girl with the song, the Pound Town song. And that's just one example. I'm not, knocking her hustle or even knocking the song. But I'm knocking the fact that we're allowing things to penetrate our culture, and it's blurring the lines of what's acceptable, what it means to be black and what it means to push the notion of black excellence. So I'm a historian. In addition to being a comic, I'm a scholar. So I study a lot of things, and I look at a lot of things deeply on a lot of different levels beyond just the surface level. And that's one of the things that's really been resonating in my spirit lately, the digression of culture. How do we turn the tides? Because I think we're on a slippery slope. And you can look at what's happening in our communities, in our inner city communities. You can look at the drug culture that's in our songs and in our music. You can look at the promiscuous, over-sexualized topics and songs that's in our music that's permeating what the young folks listen to and the messages and the imagery that they're growing up on. And I point to all of that, wrap it all together, and I talk about it as digression of culture. So how do we get back to where we once were as a people, as a society? And it's not just African American culture, I'm talking about culture in general. But if you know anything about the overall culture, black people have a huge influence over that. We get mimicked in almost everything we do, because we are the arbiters of cool. We're the ones that make things cool and acceptable for other people to gravitate towards in our society. So we have to be, I think, protective over that and not allow people to infiltrate our culture with ignorance. Like I was looking at a lot of events that are popularized and things that are happening, going on out in the community. Trap brunch. I always have jokes about trap brunch. I'm like, why do we take brunch and have to add drug culture to it and call it trap brunch? Like, why can't we do things in a more respectful way just to ourselves, and as we're passing these things down more, and particularly to our children? Like I said, I'm a father. I have 2 young daughters, 9 and 12 years old. So I worry a lot about the world that we're building and the world that we're leaving to them and the world that they're inheriting. And it's not just on this generation. This is an indictment on the current generation. It's more so on the generations past and the ones before, because these kids and the folks that are doing a lot of these things are the offspring of the previous generation. So what have they been taught? What have we shown them in terms of the citizens and the people and society that we want to build? What are we showing these people and what are we showing these kids? So a lot of the things, I don't want to soapbox here too much, but I just want to plant that as a seed and put that on your mind to give you a thought for the week. And as you move throughout your week, and join us again hopefully next Saturday, as you move throughout your week, what I want you to do is just be mindful and be conscious of the things that you see and the things that you're absorbing around you. We tend to be products of our environment. And then I want you to, leave yourself with the thought of, how can I impact, influence, and more positively change my own circle, right? How can I positively impact and influence the people that are around me? How can I be a better version of me, which then causes other people around me to be a better version of them, or influences other people to be a better version of them. So digression of culture was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Just leave you with those thoughts. Again, you can call in 702-555-5261. We are wrapping up. 1 minute left in the show. They can reach us at hot7025fm.com, 702-555-5261. 702-555. Just giving me the notes. I'm messing up here big time. What am I supposed to say? Just tell me what I'm supposed to say. 555-5261. She giving me a whole bunch of five. I went to public school, Detroit public school. 551. I said 555. I told you I went to public school. I did. I went to public school, man. Shout out Denby High School, man, and Detroit Public Schools. I'm a product of those environments. 551-5261. Y'all probably calling the wrong number, and it's all my fault. But this is our first day on the job, man. Hopefully y'all hit me up on Instagram. Ardie Got Jokes. Y'all can hit me up on the Black 11 page, Black 11 Entertainment. You can hit me up on email. I will give y'all my phone number, but I don't want y'all stalking me like Kiss was talking about that old dude. But listen, man, I want y'all to reach out to me. Tell me your thoughts on the show. This is like I said, our first show. We'll be getting bigger and better every single week, bringing you high-profile comedians, high-profile artists, other special guests, other interesting motherfuckers. Callie came through today, and she was like, yeah, definitely. like answered the questions all matter-of-factly. But y'all follow her. I guarantee you she's a dynamic soul and a good person to work with. And if you find yourself to be an interesting motherfucker, reach out to us and we'll book you on the show in upcoming weeks. Again, artists tap in, comedians tap in. Follow Black 11 Entertainment on all social. And I want to thank y'all for joining us for our first episode of the Comedy Cypher. You can catch us here each and every Saturday, 3 o'clock Pacific time, right here on Hot 7025 FM. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all next week.